Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking how to make your own axles for your customs. As you can see here, got the wheels from this NASCAR car, and this base is actually from an old Matchbox, and as you can see, the axle is way too big. I want the wheels to be as close as possible to the plate, since I already test fitted on this Camaro here. So you can see, if I make the axle so it sits like this, I'm not gonna have any problem, and it does roll perfectly. So everything I use on this video, I'm gonna post a link on the video description, so you can go and buy it if you want. What I use is this round brass tubing. So you see it's stock 1143. I'll leave a link to that at the bottom on the video description. And I want this tubing, let me take the other side, to be exactly the same size as the inner part of the plate. So something like this. I've seen a lot of people use wire cutters to cut this, and that's not a good idea, because once you try to cut this, it will actually crimp the tubing, and then you won't be able to put your axles inside that brass tubing. So I recommend you getting a Dremel or a rotary tool of any brand with cutting this. So let me get set up, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. Basically come over here and mark where you want to cut. And now grab your rotary tool, and remember, wear safety glasses when working with any tools. So let me see if I can do this on camera. Okay. So it's still hot. Okay. So you got your tubing. It's gonna be a little smaller, and as you can see right here, it fits inside your base. As it's right now, it's not fitting perfectly because this little groove here is too small. So you could go about this many different ways. You could use a small drill bit and make this bigger, or use heat, or basically do it both ways. So before we go to that step, you want to cut your axle here. Basically cut right in the center, and hold both sides so nothing goes out flying. There you go. And remember that this was a lot bigger than we needed, so I'm gonna cut a small chunk out of it. Should be good enough. A little piece from the other side. So now all you have to do is put this in here. Right. Have something small that you could push your axle all the way in, and let's test fit. So you can see I got pretty much a good job here. Next, a lot of people use glue to glue down the axle inside the tubing. I don't like that method, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get glue inside that little groove on the wheel, and the wheel is not gonna roll perfectly. If you're doing a job that it requires where you have enough room, like this truck back here, what you can do is get some of these glass beads. They come in different colors. I'm gonna leave a link on the video description where you can get them on eBay or something. And so if you like using glue, what you do is, I recommend, it's not recommended for this type of job where it's real small, the axle's real small, but what you do is so you put it here, and now you create a space between the wheel and the base. And so now if you use glue, the glue is not gonna, it's gonna be harder to go inside the wheel, and you're always gonna get a free rolling wheel. This beads are also good if you're making your axles from scratch. Sometimes you might want to use music wire. They come in many sizes, but the one that you need is either 500 or 501. I found that 501 works better. It's almost a perfect fit inside any Hot Wheels we use. So you see, the 500, it's a little thinner, and you're gonna get a lot of wobble. See? But the 500 is good to do experiments with suspensions and all that, because it's a lot easier to bend. So that's another method if you want to use that method to create your own axle. So you grab a piece, right, of wire, and what you do is dab the little front with some glue, and then you grab it like this, holding it something like this, and wait for it to dry. And this will basically give you that tab, so the wheel doesn't go out flying, or stays in the axle. Let me show you here. So you got the wheel. So let's say that would have been glue all the way to the corner. And so you can see on these old black ball wheels, it doesn't look very good, but on the new ones, you can get away with it, and it's not real noticeable. But again, I don't really go this method. Instead of doing that, if some people, what they do is they hold this on a vise, right, the tip, and something like this, just leaving out a little tip. They hit it with a hammer to get a flat head here. And but I found that like I say, I'm doing this job and I had cut too much of the axle, so now I need another axle, right? So another thing you can use are these sewing pins. They are the perfect size, and they already have a tab at the end, just like an original axle. Get it on here. You gotta be careful with these. See, it goes in perfectly like an original axle, and you see how long it is. So it gives you plenty of room to play with it. And on top of that, it's been nickel plated, so the wheel, it's gonna roll a lot better on these. Let's get back to the car that we're working on. And I don't use glue, so I'm gonna show you how I do it. Right, let me put this axle back inside. Right, put it back in here. So now I gotta basically just try to do this while recording. I already test fitted it, and I know I need to have a small space here between the wheel and the brass tubing. So what I do is with my finger I separate it a little. I think that's good enough. And using these small wire cutters, I come over here and grab the tip. There we go. And do one more. And see, I just crimped it and it's not coming out. And I didn't have to use glue. So let me do the other side. Let me push it in. Separate it a little. Again, and somewhere down here. Didn't break. Well, see, the wire cutter broke, but it doesn't matter. It's a cheap one from eBay. You still use it. There you go. And I just made my axle. So now, like I mentioned before, I want that brass tubing to go in there. And as you can see, since I didn't cut the tubing all the way to the corner, I don't have to enlarge the little tabs here. But you hardly are going to see this type of base, because this is an old Matchbox, but you know Hot Wheels has it in the center. So I'm gonna get my drill bit and show you how I do this. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. Here is a small 3/32 drill bit. Like I said before, come here on this side, but I'm gonna damage the tap here. See, and I don't really want to do that, but I made the axle perfectly, which I could reuse this in the center. So if you're doing like a Hot Wheels, you could do this on this and just drill like this and just make that groove a little bigger. I'm gonna go a different route, and I'm gonna use using the small drill bit, durally making drill bit, and I just want to make this little groove in the center a little bigger. Yeah, that should be good enough. Let's clean it. That gave me the perfect angle, and check this out. Come back over here, and you know, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You just have to come up with different rules. See here, I have a soldering iron. This is a 45-watt soldering iron. Already been preheated, and since I want to make that brass tubing go inside, I'm just gonna place it here and wait for it to warm up. And as you can see, it's already going in. There you go. And since I did not mess up the little tabs, let me see if this works. Get the wood, get the car in here, and try to close the original tabs. Here we go. See it start moving. The wheels roll. And now we have to check to see if they are perfectly aligned. In the case they look pretty good. In the case that they weren't, you just use the soldering iron again and press on it where needed. So let's see, these tabs might give me a little problem, but let me see. Yeah, get them fit. So that's an easy fix. So this is why you need a Dremel, because everything walls around it. So you got the drill here, and let's make those little grooves a little bigger. And remember, safety glasses. Okay. Still not going in. We're gonna need just a little bit more. So do a little at a time. So we don't take out that much material. And I really didn't need those tabs, but I want to use glue since it went, the axle's in there pretty good. So I want to leave those tabs to make sure it holds down the wheel. See it right there? I think this wheel is pretty free. This one is rubbing, so I'm gonna have to go down, press down on this side, on the passenger side a little bit. So get this piece over here, help me out, and we'll do this over here. Just basically touch this side and go again. And let's test it out right now. Still rubbing, see? Still rubbing. So gotta go. Keep working at it. Gotta be careful because if you push it down on one side, the other side goes up. So you have to do it and keep an eye on it. And still got some rubbing there, and I think I see why. On this side it's not going in all the way. Let me right, let's try it now. I think the base is a little crooked, that's why it's rubbing. Yeah. Almost there, a little bit more. See, this is why I don't use glue until I'm really sure. Because if I had used glue, I would have had to take it out. There you go. Now it's not rubbing. There you go. And now we have to check to see that the car is pretty straight, and I think it is. It does roll. So there you have it. Just repeat the steps for the back, and thank you for watching. Bye.